This story came out in 2017, where the cop got mad because this guy cussed at him, and he tackled him and broke his nose, gave him a concussion. There's the officer with his trusty nightstick. But he's been found guilty. Rare guilty verdict at that. Now the sheriff was upset. The sheriff was mad because they gave the video out. The video let the prosecutor drop the charges against the kid. The video also proved that the officer lied on his report to try to make that kid guilty, young man. And he got caught. And they say this is a rare occasion that even with video, they ever find a cop guilty of anything. And they say silence fell in the courtroom as the jury rendered a rare guilty verdict against a sworn police officer, convicting an Erie County Sheriff deputy on 3 of 4 counts against him. He bloodied the face of the Buffalo Bills fan, broke his nose, inflicted a concussion. He was found guilty of reckless assault, official misconduct, falsifying business records, for sanitizing a departmental report on his use of force. Don't you like how they put them words like that? He lied on the police report and tried to get the boy thrown in prison. That's what happened. Truth be known, but they're going to say sanitizing. Now again, these are big old long stories, but Sheriff Timothy B. Howard, he watched most of the trial, and he was surprised by the verdict. But this same Sheriff Howard will make the final decision for the sheriff whether he will work as a deputy again. Well, of course he's going to hire him back, so we need to remember this deputy's name for sure, and the sheriff in this case. They both look like they're not doing what's right. Now, the deputy remains suspended without pay, they said. But still, Erie County prosecutors unveiled document after document showing the officer created a false narrative to support charges against the Buffalo Bills fan. Well, Howard continued to support the deputy in uniform this week. He would confer with the defense team and share conversations with the officer and his family as part of a large... These people are totally out of control that are in these offices. So, no matter what, all these deputies are going to show up and try to back this guy up, I guess, at when he gets sentenced. I think January 23rd, we have to wait till find out how much they give this guy for doing this. Tried to destroy that guy's life. They beat him up. I mean, broke his nose, gave him a concussion. For a First Amendment right, you're allowed to cuss the police. He didn't do anything wrong. The cop was rude to him when he first walked up to the car, talking about, beat it, do you want to go to jail? He hadn't broke any law. What was he going to go to jail for? Well, they figured a reason, because when he walked away, he said, whatever. And they didn't get the body cam held back, Usually they're going to hide it. Oh, it disappeared. We lost it. The footage is gone. But this sheriff says the concern he had since the beginning was the body cam footage would be released prematurely without faithful explanation of what was happening in the background. Faithful explanation? Well, that one sounds good, don't it? But the body camera video was unearthed through the Freedom of Information request to the district attorney's office. A Buffalo attorney who prepared the civil lawsuit against Erie County on behalf of the Bills fan, they clubbed the man with the baton because he cussed at a cop. And they're still trying to get out of it.
I'm sorry, I'm just wondering where you guys are going, so I'm going to meet my friend there. Just like, who's your friend? The kid in the back. Okay, well, you want to go to jail with him? No, I'm scared. Beat it. No. He's going to jail. Beat it. Can I go? Can you tell me the location? 10 Delaware. Beat it. No, what do you mean? Like, tell me the location. 10 Delaware. 10 Delaware. Thank you. Come here. Come here. Sit. Run. Run, motherfucker, run. Run.
On your back, stop fighting.
Can I get my phone?
Put your fucking hands on your back. Hey, put them right down to the ground. It's gonna be
Can I
easier.
just get my
Right down to the ground.
All right.
Down to the ground. Yeah. Put that in the door pocket, will you? Your door? Yeah, right there.
Back up.
Why don't we get him in the car?
I want to, but we got 150. I'll back up. I got the worst. Roll this way. Roll over. Sit up. Sit up. Up. Where's Joel's car? Where do we go? Joel's car. Where's Joel's car? Driver's side. They're friends anyways. Guys, we're on the front.
Now, the body camera got all the charges dropped against the kid because the cop lied and said that he did all kinds of stuff. He was fighting, so they're making up stories as they go along, even when they know they're filming themselves, and they'll still lie on the reports about it, and their sheriff will back them up to the end of time. And what got him beat up was right here in this line. A frustrated guy said, "Thank you," and turned to walk away. Then he wheeled and said, "Beat it. You're a," what word would I use? Something cop. And that's what he testified, that he had a right to ask a simple question and get an answer from a police officer. And once he was cursed at, this cop bolted from his car and took the police baton around the guy's throat and nose, and he and the other officer, Flowers, took him to the ground. And they clicked on the handcuffs, and by the time they got him upright, his face was caked with blood and gravel. But like I said, they lied on the report. They claimed he was fighting the deputy. But despite the sheriff's office's policy telling deputies to treat the public with courtesy, and the kid repeatedly was told to beat it by the cop, And the cop eventually said that the kid was going to 10 Delaware, wherever that may be. I guess in New York, you know where that's at. And the address of the Erie County Holding Center, followed by another beat it. They forgot to put the part in there where he said, you want to go to jail, I guess for walking up to the car and asking a question. But once cursed at, that cop couldn't take it no more. But the district attorney said, I need to prosecute anyone who commits a crime. That was Flynn. He told the news that. Flynn also told the reporters that he disagreed with the sheriff's criticism that his office should not have released the video. The DA said his staff gave it to a lawyer for the family, not to the news media, and he disagreed with the sheriff's criticism that the prosecutors should not have dropped the charges against that kid. And the decision's not up to the sheriff, it's up to the district attorney. Because of the respect many citizens give to police, it has been rare, at least in Erie County, to find a jury willing to convict police officers. In some other cases of brutality, even those caught on video, officers have been cleared. He said he can't remember the last time a police officer was convicted by a jury. If you are Joe Citizen Jr., you are initially going to give them the benefit of the doubt, he said. So there it is. A jury finds a cop guilty. Maybe times are changing. We can only hope.